First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakar Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders in Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, sincerity, humility, honesty, and integrity. Also, the brothers who labor in this truth with those same attributes, and the brothers and the very few sisters that believe in and listen in this truth with those same attributes. All right. I'm make this a little, make this, hope through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, I hope this is edifying. And before I had to make some shekels, make some money, right? We're gonna go ahead and put this, make sure this epistle get out there. All right. Through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, I wanted to do this lesson yesterday, but for some reason or another, it wasn't done. But we're gonna do it now. However, through the spirit, how things work. As I was at work, I seen a video pop up by, I seen it on my feed when I was looking some a video to be edified. I seen a video, a couple of videos, but I seen a video by Elder Apostle Tahar, and it was talking about your boy Little Nas X. It was real brief, just the craziness that's going on, and I seen a little bit. I know that guy Kwame Brown. He's been going viral. So I just some every now and then I check him out and hear what he's saying, and he was speak. He had some very fine points though about, cause I didn't even know when he was talking about BET, and then I seen and it was ridiculous, man. It's just seen it briefly, man, and it's ridiculous. It's sad, but it's very necessary for this place to go down. It's very necessary to usher in our Savior, our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai. If we think we're pissed off, I was saying, if we think we're pissed off, we're nowhere near how Yahweh Shai's pissed off with what's going on in this place. Yahweh Shai, they pissed off, and when you see with every time when every nation fell, great nation fell, is when the wickedness was abundantly, So we know, like, just the things we're seeing, it's never been a time like right now, and it's gonna get worse. But as it's growing up, I never seen this wickedness like it has it been, like how it is right now. It's just, so it's a good thing, because we know, just like, you seeing all these young men killing each other in the streets. It's just, females doing whatever they want, and I'm talking about the nation. We know what they, we know Edom. They always been, Esau always been a bati boy. He always been like that. That's the spirit of that Jacob is following after, and these heathen nations is following after, right? Is Esau. So we know about that, but when you see it where it's at in Jake, where there's no morals, like you see the tattoo baby, you see women twerking with their children, you know what I'm saying? You see the BET Awards, and and it's sad, man, because Jacob, they're gonna watch. Oh, this is black entertainment television, right? And they want to be so, inclusive sometimes, to the point we know who's running these things, man. We know from day one. I remember growing up, that was like one of the first things somebody told me, like, yeah, I learned that since I was a young boy, young boy, that the hat, it's the hat people. You know who the hat people are. If you say their name, they might take your video down, but you know who they are, the ish pertaining to people, they run that channel. They've been running that channel. That channel ain't black entertainment. That's what these little hat people want to put in and perpetrate how black entertainment to them should be, right? However, we know all this is just wickedness, right? When you see it, it's just, before, you had like the TV shows, like you had like the comedies where you had dudes dressing up. Like I remember you had Shanae, right? Then you had Wanda, right? So that shit was crazy, man. And I love, see people, and everything was different then too. Even I remember when when I was young, like 5, 6, and we was watching. I think it was I think it's in Living Colors, that show. When they had all the little, by the Waynes, and they had your boy Wanda, and we was watching it. My mom was watching it. I was watching to see my father didn't live in my household. I have a relationship with my father, but he lived in another country. Because him and my mother, then how that would go in most Jake household. It's a single parent, mostly the mother. And that's eight. I know most of my friends, they didn't have their father in their household. And the ones that did, it was I really don't even had that many friends like that, growing up. You know what I'm saying? And that cycles continue to repeat itself. But however, back to the story, I remember watching the show and that shit. It was a segment that came on. My mom was not feeling that. She was like, yo, I want my son watching this, And I respect my moms for that, and just for doing what she could do. At that time, through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, we always know it's the Lord, because a man's going to the Lord. Or how can a man, it's the Lord that a man doesn't direct his own steps, Jeremiah 10:23. However, it's just, nowadays you got these these mothers, they out here letting their children watch all the day, and they're not seeing what their children watching, and for me personally, I know through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man, I just want to see this place go. I have 2 sons, and one I don't even know, and the other one I get to see every now and then. But however, and I know that's through the spirit. However, it's like you just like, man, like we as fathers, we wanna bend our children to make sure they obviously they're gonna have their own lot, and with whatever happens, just like right now is supposed to happen. However, you still as a father, we want to be fathers to our children. And in this era nowadays is even more. You see it happening even more, right? And it's just sick, man. It's just crazy what they feeding our children, especially the young boys. The young boys, they coming after the young boys, and they always, the wicked always been coming after the young men of Israel. And we're gonna start off right there. I just wanted to start that, but we're gonna start off with that, with some scriptures, how they always been going after the young men of Israel, right? So right now we know they got to do all these things to set up their beast system, right? They got to set up their new world order, which they will get close, and then the Lord's going to break it down, right? So that's why we seeing all this was going on, right? So let's start off. Yeah, let's start off right there, since I brought that up. Start off there. So the Exodus 1, chapter 1. We're going to start off 15. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was Shiphrah, and the name of the other Puah. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, in Hebrew that is ban, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. Right? So we know the significance of the son, because through men is how a nation continues, the seed of a man, right? We know the woman is just the land, right? Like whatever the son, whatever your father is what you are. And the women, if they get joined together to another nation, a heathen nation, then those children of that women has is going to be the children, is going to be the sons of the father, the seed of the father, right? So it's very important that you cut off the man. If it was important for them to cut off the man, because that's how a nation continues. If there's no men, then that nation's going to be done, right? So that's why they was like, we'll take the women for spoil, right? We'll take the women, right? And look what she says though. This is exactly why they wanted the women. But the midwives fed Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. And the king of Egypt called for the midwives and said unto them, why have ye done this thing, and have saved the men children alive? And the midwives said unto Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively and are delivered ere the midwives come and unto them. Right? So they're lively, right? I know I had the privilege to see two of my children born, and the doctor actually it was cool, you know, nothing coincidence, but it was the same doctor, the same midwife, the same whatever she was who delivered the my first two children. She was amazed how my ex-wife, whatever she is to me, you know, the woman, the children, the mother of my children, right? So she had the children, she had the babies without none of the medicine, no shot, just natural. And she was just like, it was just boom, 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 both of them, right? And they was just in awe. Every doctor coming in like, yo, this like people, nurses were coming in like, this young lady had two children. I mean, had these children natural without no issues. Boom, boom, boom. They were just, because we're stronger people than these other people in these other nations. We are the Lord's chosen people. Yeah, we under these curses. However, even under these curses, you think these other nations can deal with the shit that we got to deal with? You see, soon as a Edomite lose their job, they go kill up, they go crazy. They can't handle what goes, like, they can't handle pain and misery. We go through that, we live through that. And that's just like this, like they're lively. They have the babies before we even arrive, the midwife said. Before we even arrive, these babies pop. They like, man, these people, them children, them women are strong. You know, and I just wanted to, but see how they wanted to kill, they wanted to kill the sons. All right, let's go to another account where the king wanted to kill the sons, the males, right? Because that's the attack on the males. That's why you see your boy, you see all this, you see them demasculating the man. You know, you see all this feminism movement, right? They're raising up the women should surpass a man. We're in that time, right? And you see men getting lower and lower, where men is at the point where they starting to, you know, you see these young boys all the way up to men starting to have relationships with each other. And what is that gonna do? You know, that's what it's gonna do with, it's gonna know if men is with men, how is there gonna be more children born? So this is that cunning serpent, right? Continue to be cunning, subtle. This is what he's doing. You got Planned Parenthood, right? You got most of Jacob in jail, right? Or they homosexual. I seen a video where women was like, man, we're gonna have to share the real men out here because there's no real men out here. But that's all set up. It's all strategic. It's the beast system. You know, that's how they are. They're homosexual. You know, I forgot. You know, you can't even say certain words, but that's how they move. They're the alphabet people, and they want Israel to go after their ways, drinking their wine, and it's working. 2/3, 2 parts have to be cut off. So prophecy is right on time. You know, we just gonna speak about it. You know, we speak to the people that's gonna come out of it and repent and come back to who they really are, right? To the elect, we're speaking to the elect, the 1/3. However, we gotta put it out there through the Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Blow that trumpet. So the table of content. Let's also go back to Matthew chapter 2. I will not make this longer. Let me go right through these. Then Herod When he saw that he was marked of the wise men, right? That's the wise men. That's when they knew that the king of Israel, Yahweh Shah, was coming, right? Was exceeding wroth, and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem, and in all the coast. So the children is sons in Hebrew, Ban, right? All the coast thereof from 2 years old and under, according to that time which he has diligently inquired the wise men, right? So, yeah, so children there is sons, right? Cut off the sons that were in Bethlehem, right? Then was fulfilled that which was spoken by Jeremy the prophet, saying, and Ramah was there a voice heard, lamentation and weeping and great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children, sons, and will not be comforted because they are not. Right? So just as you see right here, the same thing happened. They wanted to slew the young children to cut them off from being a nation. We're gonna go right into that. So it's always been the same thing. It's repeating itself. Right? There's nothing new under the sun. So now they're gonna use their strategic ways how they do it now. They can't just outright in the open just go out and go kill. No, so they're gonna put all this they're gonna put all these things, these snares and these traps to make sure Jake do it. Jake out there, they put the guns in your neighborhood, right? They're killing each other. They portraying little Nas X who has no talent, you know what I'm saying, at all. They first come off with the catchy, like a catchy song like Ring Around the Rosie. Like they have a catchy song. I forgot what they call them, a sing-alongs or but his song was like a sing-along. All the young kids know about him, so now they like, boom, he gonna come out like a flaming, the F word, right? A flamer. Going down the stripper pole on the devil. This world is sick. And then you're gonna have young children watching this. And then you're gonna have a lot of households without the fathers present who are real men because they set it up. It's all strategic. Watching it because the women gonna want to watch the stupid show because they have no understanding in them. They're the weaker vessel for the most part. And I'm not gonna say all. You got the very, very, very few. But however, for the most part, they're the weaker vessel. Demons going in and out of them. Salakia. Right? So you got the men, the young men watching. They wearing tight jeans. You look at all the latest rappers. They wear the most skinniest jeans with holes in it. I remember growing up, you'll see females do that, even though they're not supposed to be wearing jeans. However, you'll see females wearing that stuff. Now you got the men wearing the skinniest jeans with the holes in it, and then you got some rappers wearing shorts all the way up to their upper thigh. It's ridiculous. Portraying gangsterism and alphabet boyism. All right. Let's go to Psalms 83, because that's all. It's always going to be, cutting them off from being a nation, right? They want to cut us off from being a nation, starting with our children. You see how when you got the Pharaoh, Herod, right? This is always their goal. It's always going to be about Esau and Jacob. Everybody else is just extras in the movie. We saw it at the top. Keep not thy silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. So that's that serpent. Crafty counsel. Crafty, cunning, right? Crafty counsel. They get together, right? They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. Right? That's, if Esau had it his way, this is what he wants. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Right? You go into your neighborhood store, there's gonna be some Elamite in there selling you all junk food. Right? The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, right? That's the so-called red man. That's the so-called Arab, right? That's the so-called Chinese, Moab, and the Hagarenes, the so-called Africans, right? So these people this is what they've been doing from day one, starting with Edom. All right, and then like I said, we ain't gonna make this too long, so we can end it here. But just, that's why we blowing that trumpet for you, so people can, come up out of her, this place, the way this place, the ideas, and stop drinking this wine, and it's only gonna happen to the ones that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua wanted to happen to. However, we are the mouthpiece of the Lord through the Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So that's our task, is to give you warning and blow that trumpet of what's going on. So when you see these things, you know exactly what's going on. You're no longer in the dark, because that's what Babylon is. America is the darkness. Psalms 23, right? Keep me out of. I don't want to mingle it, but Psalms 23. If you want to, you can go read it, right? Let's go to real quick, and then we're gonna end it there. Proverbs. So this is okay. Be lit up in here, huh? Okay, Proverbs 29:16. When the wicked, and we know who the wicked is, we didn't establish who the wicked is. The wicked is the Esau, Edom, right? In Malachi chapter 1, if I'm not mistaken. 1 and 4. Let's just go there real quick. Salakia. Chapter 1 and 4. Yep. Whereas Edom, we are impoverished, but we will return and build. Okay, yep. So, you can. I'll finish reading it. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they call them the border of wickedness. So to be established who the wicked is, Esau, Edom, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. Right? A righteous anger, right? Indignation, anger. So that's 1 and 4. All right, so let's go back. Let's go back. Table of contents. Go back to Proverbs and finish that, so we know who the wicked is. It's Esau, Edom, who is the so-called white man today. You see today, starting with and then you have the Amalekites, which is the people, the hat people. 29:16. When the wicked, so now we know who the wicked is, are multiplied, transgression increases, right? So sin increase more, and transgression, people going off, right? Transgression of the law, right? People going off. People, the Jake that you see doing all this wickedness, they of their father the devil. With John chapter 8. If I'm not mistaken, you can go look into that. But, however, when the wicked are multiplied, transgression increases, but the righteous shall see their fall. So that's why I said this has to happen. When you see all this wickedness, I know it's vexation to the spirit, but it's a good thing also as well. Because the more and more this devil come down, because he knows he's coming down with a great wrath because he got a short time, right? We're gonna see their fall. It's gonna be a beautiful thing when we no longer gotta see these he she's and these she he's no more. When they get the fire burnt up, they gonna get burnt up. We no longer see these transvestite gangsters. That's why they probably, because they so emotional and soft, right? They transvestites. They don't know who they are. But through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, we hope for elect. We've been given that gift, right? So I'll read that one more time. Proverbs 29:16. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth, but the righteous shall see their fall. Man, pray for that every day. All right. So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakar Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and great millstone who rule well and teach well. Salutations to the brothers who labor in this truth with sincerity, honesty, and integrity. Also the brothers and the very, very few sisters who believe in and listening to this truth with those same attributes.